Hello, my name is Tracie. I'm a PhD practicum student at CAFCO. Today I'm going to be talking to you about emotion coaching. Emotion coaching is an approach to emotional communication that parents can adopt that helps to support the emotion regulation and also promotes the development of your child's capacities to eventually be able to regulate their own emotional states over time. The reason why this particular approach is important is that it helps to support your child in identifying and labeling their own emotions, which not only promotes a soothing and calming response to the emotion circuitry in the brain associated with emotion arousal, but it also promotes your child's sense of connection to you and allows them to feel as though their emotions are acceptable and understood. So I'm going to go through some of the key principles of this important approach. So first of all, it's really important for you to be aware of your own emotions as a parent. We want to also model what we're trying to help our child to develop as well. So first, trying to identify and labeling your own emotional reactions internally, that might be a good place for you to start. Pausing and reflecting before taking any particular kind of action is always important, as we want to be reflective and intentional in our responses to children. Then we move towards trying to be aware of your child's emotions. We try to pay attention to the verbal and nonverbal cues that your child might be displaying, for example, their body language, their posture, their tone of voice, using this information to make inferences about what they might be experiencing. And this will allow us to try to empathize or even imagine what they might be experiencing internally. And again, the important thing is to try to stay in their world, regardless of whether or not you agree with perhaps their position. Then we want to try to recognize emotionally charged moments as an opportunity for connecting and greater intimacy, rather than a problem or something to be dealt with or something that needs to be fixed. Emotions are really important for children to be able to identify and express because they provide an opportunity for them to signal their needs, which is really important for self-advocacy and for, helping them support their own mental health. Emotions also provide an opportunity for you to also offer comfort, connection, and support to your child. So it's really important to kind of adopt this perspective around emotionally charged moments. Then we want to try to listen empathically to our child and then validate their feelings. We don't want to rush to try to fix the problem. In fact, providing an empathic response will often support your child to be able to eventually move towards collaborative problem solving with you by allowing for the identification of their own needs that are tied to whatever emotions they're experiencing. We also want to be mindful of our language, so trying to transform the word but into and or sometimes because, depending on the nature of the sentence. But can be a somewhat dismissive term in that it'll sort of dismiss what was said prior to but and place primacy or emphasize what's said after but. So we want to try to replace that with and as much as possible. It's important to also recognize, too, that emotion coaching can be done while still setting appropriate limits and boundaries on behavior. So, for instance, you can still reflect and empathize with your child's emotional state while still, describing what appropriate behavior would look like. This helps to convey the message that while all emotions are acceptable, not all behaviors are. And that's really one of the key goals of emotion coaching, is to give permission to emotions and the full range of emotional expression. And I hope that was helpful, and thank you for watching.